Well, we're learning more about this, the man behind the massive leak of U.S. government secrets. The Washington Post reports that he worked at a U.S. military base and first posted the highly classified documents to an online video gaming chat group. The Washington Post also interviewed a friend of the leaker, and this person calls the leaker OG.
I want to keep OG's identity secret because I still care for him like he's a family member.
Now, the friend says OG has been posting sensitive files weekly since last year and describes him as a young man who loves guns, nature, and God. A member of the chat room says OG called America's intelligence community a, quote, sinister force that sought to suppress its citizens and keep them in the dark.
The U.S. is acting so foolish in their handling of this. The U.S. government is not with you. They are against you. And bottom line, if they want these to be private, it's because they have something to hide. No one wants to be a part of history in this type of way.
The Biden administration is still trying to contain the fallout from the leak, but the president doesn't look too concerned while he gallivants around Ireland with Hunter and his sister. The leak files also are potentially problematic for the U.S. and Ukraine and their relationship, including a critical shortage of air defense missiles mentioned in the leaks. The head of the Ukrainian military intelligence service blames Russia, but the friend says the alleged leaker disputes that.
He is not a Russian operative. He is not a Ukrainian operative. I'll go as far to say he's not even on the east side of the world. Any claims that he is a Russian operative or pro-Russian is categorically false. He is not interested in helping any foreign agencies with their attack on the U.S. or other countries.
So can we believe any of this? Let's welcome in now retired U.S. Army Colonel John Mills. He's the former director of cybersecurity policy at the Department of Defense. Also with us, Christian Whitten, who served as a senior advisor to the Trump and Bush administrations, and he is a senior fellow at the Center for the National Interest. Gentlemen, great to have you both.
Great to be on your show, John.
Of course, always great to see you both. So Joe Biden is on vacation, essentially, while this massive leak is unfolding. How bad is this for his relationship with our key allies? First to you, Colonel.
Yeah, thank you, John. This is bad. This is really bad. I lived through the Manning episode, the Snowden episode, the OPM episode, and now here we are at this new episode. These are bad, and I don't mean to make light of anybody with PTSD, but I shudder having lived through the brutality of the. You wouldn't believe the government spin up and churn as they identify what was leaked, the damage done, and remediation plans. But this is of course bad. The documents are now out in the wild, and many have noodled with them and altered them. So it's hard to say what is truth, but they clearly appear to be real documents that have come out. Although I would say multiple sides have now played with them now that they're out.
And what do you think about this guy who did the interview with the Washington Post? Do you find him to be credible?
Yeah, actually, several things he said kind of caught my attention, very clearly specifying they're not operating on behalf of a foreign element. And, really making it clear that there's things to hide. And so it's, the speaker appeared very credible.
I wanted to ask you, Christian, that question as well. Is there any skepticism on this report and this so-called OG character, and also just the follow? We don't know if there could be more documents, even if this is the person and this is a story. That means that there could be other, as even our own government has said, we don't know how much more is to follow.
Yeah, we don't know how much more, but I suspect we're going to find out very soon. The Washington Post may have kept this person's specific identity, but it'll take the FBI about 10 minutes to figure out who it is. I'm sure he's probably either been interviewed already or unless he's lawyered up and decided not to have those discussions. But this is a big enough trail to trace back to who this individual is and what he has. So far, I haven't actually read any of the direct information, and as the Colonel has said, that it could have easily been doctored to serve various people's purposes, but it appears more analytical in nature. Everything is labeled top secret, everything is overclassified, but this doesn't appear to betray any specific sources or methods. It's not based, at least from what we know on so far, based on intercepts that would sort of reveal our method of eavesdropping or a human intelligence source placed list somewhere, but I could be wrong. We don't know that so far. What it does appear is that it's a disgruntled person, and that's not that uncommon. If you look at the big spies, certainly at the end of the 20th century, of Rick Ames at the CIA or Hansen, these are not people who were committed communists. These were people who became disgruntled with the system that they were in and began selling information.
Yeah, at least one of the quotes mentioning the fact that the intelligence community is a sinister organization. He's not the first one to make those claims. Our thanks to you, Colonel, and Christian. Great to see you both.